So let me close with one last matter, and that's defending the election system from cyber attacks. You may have seen that we had a hearing in the Intelligence Committee, one of our open hearings. Homeland Security officials were there and others. And I pointed out that 43% of 43% of Americans use voting machines to vote. And there have been some blood-curdling accounts of what goes on with these voting machines. One particular press account, I'm going to speak intel here because I don't want to get into classified matters, described how one of the large companies, according to the press, actually installed remote access software, which would make it a dream for a hacker or a terrorist to get access to this information. I guess the thought was, well, we'll just make it easier on our repair staff, so we'll just make it possible for foreigners to get easier access to it. So, I think there's something we ought to do about this. I think there's something we ought to do at a time when Russians and others threaten our democratic institutions. And in a sentence, I think it's time to take Oregon's vote-by-mail system national. We have had this for 20 years. I'm proud to have been the first United States Senator to have been elected in an entirely vote-by-mail system. Vote-by-mail, of course, gives you a paper trail for every ballot that is cast. And I am going to soon introduce a new election cybersecurity bill to ensure the reliability and accuracy of federal election results, even if foreign hackers do manage to attack the voting machines used by states. The bill is going to combine two common sense measures recommended by all the cybersecurity paper ballots, as well as routine and rigorous risk-limiting audits after elections. And federal officials told me at a recent Senate Intelligence Committee hearing that paperless voting machines pose a national security threat. Here's the bottom line, folks. We do not ask our counties and cities to fight America's wars against national threats. We wouldn't say that this is something for the local water board to deal with these kinds of national security threats. So we have got to pursue this as a national security matter. And when the biggest manufacturers of the voting machines have refused to answer even the most basic questions about cybersecurity, practices, then you have to say to yourself, it is time for strong federal action. Insecure, paperless voting systems are vulnerable to cyber attack, foreign interference, and even run-of-the-mill counting errors. And with the kind of approach that I have advocated, we can restore the confidence of Americans in the federal election system.